I'm Jennifer Miller. I am a senior and my major is art education. I think I got started doing art because it seemed like something that I didn't have to do. Like it just kind of was something I was passionate about that I kept working on and kind of wanted to get better and advance in. And even during school, it was something that I didn't have to feel like I had to be perfect in. I could just be. Definitely painting. I like painting a lot. Oil painting is probably my favorite, or watercolor. I like watercolor too. I think probably Pinterest. A lot of inspiration. I think that just looking at other people's work too, it kind of gets you excited about what you're doing, and then you want to try different things. And I think you can find inspiration in other places, like just when you're walking around, or you see a cool poster, or you see a color swatch, like when you're looking at like a tree against the sky, and you're like, ooh, I might want to use those colors in my painting, or I might want to try that. Or you'll see like a really cool seed and you're like, yeah, I'd paint that. I really like Monet. And the Impressionists, I feel like the Impressionists are something that I really like, have drawn inspiration from, just with free brush strokes and kind of the natural earthy kind of shades and tones and whatnot, things that I like.
Today's Monet's birthday, did you know that?
I did not know that. Yeah. Is it really?
It is, yeah.
Oh.
November 14, 1840.
How'd you know that?
I looked it up.
Why? That's tough. Because I feel like a lot of classes kind of prepared me for other classes. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like a collection of classes that lead up to one. Because like I really enjoyed painting, but I know I wouldn't have enjoyed it if I hadn't had drawing and like color theory, because color is so paramount to everything you do in painting. So like, I don't know. But painting's probably my favorite just because it had the most freedom in it, but I wouldn't have had that freedom if I hadn't had like drawing too, which was super awesome.
Okay.
And color theory. Probably the upper level, because I kind of just got to do whatever I wanted. Okay. And I could like really explore what I wanted to work on and the like concepts and the different subject matter that I thought were most interesting, because I always like wanted to do people. I wanted to paint people, and so I got to like do that a lot more and try it. I think it would probably be creating things that other people would like, as opposed to what I want to do, or like the process that I want to go through. Because I think even now with what I'm working on, I sometimes get a little self-conscious about like, if I show this to people and it's a little weird, like they're gonna think I'm a bad artist, or they're gonna think that I can't do things, or like, I don't know, like maybe they won't think that I have like skills as an artist because it looks like this, or I don't know. So I think that's the biggest challenge, that creating things that I want to create that mean something to me, and not worrying about whether or not other people think that it's worth something, when I know that it's worth something to me, even if it's just the process or the creating of it. Well, yes, I can. I am currently working on my senior thesis in painting, and so I am creating pieces that kind of fit with my greatest struggle as an artist in a way. Like I'm creating pieces that kind of deal with the idea that it's not just about the finished product, it's about the process, the freedom in creating art, and then having pieces of work that have brush strokes that are super loose and kind of crazy, and like portraits that are half finished and in the process of being completed because they're in the midst of being created, kind of like I am. So that's what I'm working on right now. I think something that I've been really interested in and think would be really cool is to work with textiles, like to paint on different fabrics or do things with different fabrics and like mess with them in a way, like whether it's watercoloring on fabric or using oil paint on it, or even doing stitching and then like have the stitching almost like like a pencil, and you're stitching out things and then adding more stitches for shading and whatnot, and like doing something like that. I think that'd be super cool to do. Or just making clothes. Like, I feel like that would all be super cool. Like what if you like made something and you could watercolor on it and then you could wear it? Like how cool would that be? Well, I'm thinking, like, I'm still working on my senior thesis, and I want to continue, like, exploring that and, like, kind of doing maybe even more crazy things and just kind of, like, trying different stuff with it. I always kind of do different watercolor projects, I feel like, sporadically, whenever. I'm thinking about painting this, like, project for a friend who kind of commissioned something for me. He's a youth pastor, and he wants me to do this, like, something depicting the job of a youth pastor. My favorite color?
Yeah.
Yellow.